just when you think the Bears can't make it worse. They can't make it worse, right? I mean, their defensive coordinator resigned due to inappropriate conduct where Bears HR is going on. That's not embarrassing enough, right? Surely it can't be worse. They'll keep their focus. Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, no one's pointing fingers. We're under control in the building. It is 41-10. We'll get that fixed. 41-10. Chiefs do win, but does it really matter? Like, seriously. I mean, does it really matter? I mean, it's a joke. This team, folks, is just an absolute joke. So, welcome in. I'm Harrison Graham. I think I accidentally already ended the watch party stream, Rolly, so you can uncheck that box if you haven't already. Post-game stream is here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. My goodness. What is next for Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields? What do you do now? I don't know what you do, man. I really don't. I really don't know what you do. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. Give me your one-word reaction to this loss. Or actually, yeah, we'll start with this. One-word reaction to this loss. And then we'll get to the question of the day that just has to be addressed. One-word reaction to the loss. Appreciate the 1,000 people watching live. If you haven't already, like the video. Appreciate all the love and support. I know it's hard right now. I know it's terrible. Believe me, it's hard for me too. This sucks. This is absolutely brutal. One-word reaction. Bench, coaching, smoked, enlightenment, embarrassing, expected, suicidal. Don't do that, please. Atrocious, disappointment, disgusting, horrible, gross, sad, typical, OMG, predictable, speechless. Hopefully I'm not speechless. Hopefully I'm able to talk. Diarrhea, Tressman was better than this guy. Depressing, gutless, Ben Johnson. We'll take those 2 words. Crying, trash, Lovie Smith. Garbage, laughable, useless. One-word reaction to the loss. By the way, the Denver Broncos, this is actually unbelievable when you think about it, who are also 0-3, gave up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins. 70 in an NFL game, not college, NFL. Lost by 50, 70-20. They're 2.5-point favorites at Soldier Field next weekend. Early odds here. That's how bad the Bears are. That is how bad the Chicago Bears are. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Jagar with the $2 super chat. First time super means 5 jumping jacks. 3, 4, 5. Appreciate it, Jagar. Just brutal, man. Pathetic, embarrassing. Do something, all one word. God, it's bad. Emiliano, let the season ride out. Embrace the tank. 2 top 5 picks coming our way. Bring in a new coaching staff, perhaps GM too. Maybe let those people decide Caleb versus Fields. I just don't think it sends a good message if you just ride this out. Like, you're not just bad, you're embarrassing. Like, you are embarrassing. You're the worst team in football. The Broncos just gave up 70 and they're favored in your crib next week. You stink. Ugh. Unreal. You look at these stats, and they're bad. Justin Fields didn't get a lot of help, but 11-22, 99 yards, touchdown pick. Roschon, 8 for 38. DJ Moore, 3 for 41 and a touchdown. Played hard till the end, dropped a brutal deep ball. Wouldn't have mattered, but one of the few nice throws of the day, drops it. Mahomes, he did his thing. Guy balls out every week. Kelsey, I mean, the best part of the game was the Taylor Swift stuff. I mean, seriously. Yikes, man. It's not good. It's just not good. Oh, man. I don't know if we could even show this one, Rolly. This would be a good test, though. If you love the Bears, like the video. If you love Bears now, like the video.
I figured if...
That's what it should say.
I figured if people love the Bears, or everybody watching right now, unfortunately loves the Bears.
Yeah, how about this? If you love the Bears, but you hate that you love the Bears, like the video. Every 200 likes in our post-game show, we'll take a shot. Every 200. Usually it's 300. We'll do 2 today. By the way, if you're wanting to call in, we're not doing calls tonight. We're having to use that phone line for something else, but we'll take your super chats, take your questions. We'll react together, folks. We'll react together. We're already over 200 likes, so I'll rip a shot. Mike G, Flus and Getsy should be on the Greyhound bus back to Chicago. Yeah, leave him on the tarmac. What a joke. I'm just done with this shit, man. I'm not done with this. I'm going to be here every day, every week. That's not going to change, but I'm just done with this. 10 shot. So here's our super chat menu. First time super chats, we're doing 5 jumping jacks. $10, we'll take shots. $50, we will do beer bongs. Then for $100, you can get on our Bears Now Helmet Hall of Fame. I got to get Brian on there from the watch party. Shout out Brian, but yeah, just painful, man. Very, very painful. Okay, Professor Jibe with the super chat. I think early on here too, Rolly, let's have the scoreboard at the bottom, just with people just coming in if we're doing soups. Professor, fire the entire staff, or you can do the scoreboard top. Either way is fine. Trade Fields, bring back Lovey. Lovey's not a long-term answer. If you want to fire Flus and have Lovey coach the rest of the season, I'm fine with that. Yeah, just bad, man. You got to make changes. I do know that. Brian, if you're still watching, another sticker. You've got the most stickers on here. What an absolute legend that guy is. Agent Chartreuse, I'm not convinced Poles should go, but coaching staff definitely should. Yeah, this coaching staff stinks. I mean, what do they do that gives you any kind of edge whatsoever? They don't seem to prepare well. The coaches and players don't seem to be on the same page. Rolly made this point a couple of weeks ago, and the more I watch, the more I agree. It's like, you just... Like, eye test tells a lot, and I don't even mean with the play, but like they flash Flus on the sideline. You're like, that's the head coach? Like, that's the guy you're supposed to run through a brick wall for? I don't see it. Do you? It's bad, man. Smuds, can we fire everyone and start over once again? Might have to. I think you got to do something. I know it's the Chiefs, but come on, man. 41-0 at one point? That's embarrassing, dude. It's the NFL. You got pros, they got pros. You can't get beat like that. Isaiah Godson, I have a 5-month-old son. Same. Congrats to you. I also have a 5-month-old son. And I can't believe this is the way he's being introduced to the Bears. Yeah, it's tough, man. It sucks. Oh, Michael. Michael. $50 super chat from Michael. We'll get to him in a second. Yeah, Isaiah, and the point you're making is we deserve better than this. Bears fans deserve better than this. Like, this is a joke. It's a joke that they're this bad. Like, come on, man. This is the crap. You're trying. Teams are always trying to get new fans. Like, if you're a 6-year-old right now, and your dad's not a fan of a team, whatever, you're trying to pick a team, the Bears might be the last team on the list. Like, seriously. It's embarrassing. Is this a super or is this just a... I don't know what this is. Let's go to Edward. Can Fields still keep his job or is he out? I mean, long term, it's unless there's drastic improvement, he's just not going to be here long term, I don't think. This season, I mean, unless you go to Bajan, like, I'm not playing Nathan Peterman, so, like, I would assume he starts next week, but it's not good. It's just not good. Anthony Capone, we get the number 1 pick. Williams will not enter draft. I hope that's not true, but who knows? King Towers, Mooney had a great cardio day. Yeah, Darnell Mooney, I don't believe had a catch. No catches for the Moon Man. Not good. Micah Horowitz. Shout out to Michael. He says...
well, this is a new one.
Oh, I didn't even see this. Micah Horowitz. Boom! He said, I was told $50 is crazy to show my support and how much I love my Bears. There will be better days. Get the booms in the chat.
Boom,
Today
boom,
sucks,
boom,
but
boom,
you know
boom.
what? Bears fans are awesome. You guys are awesome. He said, get the gutless slacker. So, Michael, you get a sticker plus a beer bong. If someone matches Michael's 50, Rolly and I will do a beer bong race. That's a promise. So if someone matches Michael, we'll make it happen. Zane Gray, Isaiah's son, is going to grow up to be a Packers fan. I hope not, man. But again, like if you're a kid right now, why would you choose the Bears as your favorite team? They're a joke, like Moguli says here. Bears are a joke. High school team. That's obviously not true, but I get the sentiment. Like they're bad. I wouldn't pick them to beat Denver next week, and Denver just gave up 70 points. It's just unreal. Chicago ain't for everybody. This game's not on Fields. It's not on him, but he didn't do anything to change the outcome, right? Like, I'm gonna be objective. Like, I like Justin. I think he works hard, but like, he's not convincing anybody he's the guy. Got to be real about these things. Mr. McTortuoso, Fields isn't the guy. It's been 3 years. Trubisky Jr. Now the question is did the Bears just ruin him? They've ruined a lot of quarterbacks. At some point, the franchise has to be questioned. They have never had an elite quarterback. Do they just pick wrong literally every single time? Every time? Or are they just bad at developing quarterbacks? Is it a combination? It's probably a combination. They chose Mitch over Mahomes and Watson. Fields was the fourth QB taken in that draft, so I guess you can say they chose Fields over Mac. I don't know if Mac Jones behind this offensive line is making a huge difference today. Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't feel that way. Nathan, Fields has been this his entire career, duty QB. Yeah, I mean, look, if this continues, he won't be here. So whether we want him to or not, that's the bottom line. That's how we do. So it's tough, man. It's tough. Here's our super chat menu for our post-game show. First time super, we'll do 5 jumping jacks, $5 for taking shots, $50 or $10 for taking shots. Rolly's trying to get me too drunk. God damn, Rolly. Jeez. I know you're, come on. $50 is a beer bong. $100 Bears Helmet Hall of Fame sticker like Michael Horowitz. I'll get him on there, and then let's read a couple more supers, Rolly, and then let's just do our post-game reaction. We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk. Anthony Harris, first time super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Real quick, Michael Horowitz. Michael's got another sticker. You guys continue to show up and support. I really do appreciate it. Fernie says, how many college teams can beat the Bears? The answer is 0, but
The Bears would beat any college football team by 50.
yeah. But who cares? You're not in college. It's professional sports. How many NFL teams would they beat? That's the question. Any? If you lose the Broncos next week, I got news for you. The Cardinals just won a game. They should be 2-1. Like, they're better than you right now. Falcons are better than you right now. Commanders, I don't care if the Commanders got waxed today. They're 2-1. They're better than you. Broncos are 0-3. I get it. I'm not picking them to beat the Broncos. Why would I pick them to beat the Broncos? I got no faith that they'll win that game. All right, we'll catch up on some super chats again or after our post-game reaction. West, you'll be first up. Appreciate the 10. We'll take a shot for that. I owe a beer bong. If someone matches Michael's 50, we'll do a race. If not, I'll do it solo. But first, I got to react off the cuff here. Bears lose 41-10 to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bears always find a way to disappoint. I'm Harrison Graham. Welcome to Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. Chiefs hammer the Bears 41-10, and folks, it was not that close. It was 41-0 in the fourth quarter. The Bears kicked a cowardly field goal, got a garbage time touchdown to DJ Moore, lose 41-10. You know it's bad when the national Fox game of the week is Bears Chiefs, and at halftime they switch to Cowboys Cardinals nationwide. That's when you know it is bad. It is embarrassing because you got your ass whipped. You were down 34-0 at halftime. Hey, you won the second half 10-7. Who gives a fuck? This team stinks. They're the worst team in the NFL. You want another little nugget here of how bad the Chicago Bears are? Okay? The Denver Broncos, who come to Soldier Field next weekend, 2-0-3 teams, Bears and Broncos, they gave up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins last week, this week. 70. Scored 20, lost by 50. They're favored by 2.5 points early on with the sports books right now. That's how bad you are. You're a joke. You're an embarrassment. You're the worst team in football. I mean, why would I ever pick this team to win another game? They are the laughingstock of the NFL. The Chicago Bears are. Embrace it, folks. This team stinks. And especially if they're just your standard bad team. They're poorly coached. The players don't make good plays. You're missing tackles. DJ Moore's dropping 45-yard passes. Justin Fields is missing throws. He's taking sacks. The O-line's getting pushed around. You're down 3 offensive line starters. So, it's tough. But come on, man. You are a joke. People are like, I have to walk out into the office every day, and I get laughed at by my coworkers who cover other teams. Like, Bears, man, they're even worse than we thought. Yeah, they are. They fucking stink. Like, they are an absolute joke. Your quarterback throws for less than 100 yards. Granted, again, few drops downfield, but still, you got major questions there. I mean, if this continues, like 11 for 22, then we'll get that corrected. 11 of 22, 99 yards, touchdown, a pick. Who cares? 10 to 22, 11 to 22. Results the same. It's garbage. Your receiver who you traded the number 1 pick in a package to get, DJ Moore's dropping 45-yard bombs downfield. And by the way, let me say this too. And this is not I'm going to defend Justin Fields moment. But you're down 41-0, and Luke Getsy at that point is calling designed runs. Why? What are you going to learn on a designed run from Justin Fields down 41-0? We know he can run. You're not learning anything new. Either take him out of the game, which, by the way, Tyson Bagent should have been active. This would have been a perfect opportunity to get him real NFL reps. Instead, you have that loser Nathan Peterman inactive. Again, coaching dumbass fucking decision there. But again, why are you running Fields down 41-0? You run him early in the game when you're trying to win. You're clearly not coming back down 41-0. So, like, just these little details, it's like they don't do anything smart. The coaches, the players, the front office, they all stink. Now, I'm not putting major blame on Ryan Poles, but he's got to carry some. I mean, come on, man. You got to make a move. You got to do something. Not even to salvage this season, but just to send a message. So I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's show. Should the Bears fire Coach Matt Eberflus? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'll talk more about Flus and the coaching after this YouTube ad break. Y for yes, in for no. Pinned comment. Go reply to the pinned comment right now. I think you need to. And I know people are going to say, well, who's going to take over? You got Denver and Washington the next 2 weeks. Those could be winnable. I don't care. You're 3-17 as a head coach. You've lost 13 games in a row. Your defensive coordinator, who you brought from Indianapolis, I'm not saying this is on Flus, but it's just you brought him over here, just resigned due to inappropriate conduct. Like, it's not working. And by the way, Al Williams couldn't coach anyway. He was terrible. Let's just be honest. He was not good. I gave him a slight pass last year because the personnel was bad. Week 1 was embarrassing. I know the Packers won today. Jordan Love has looked mediocre as hell since then because he's not that good. But the Bears made him look good because that's what they do. Baker Mayfield looked like an all-pro last week against the Bears because they stink. And by the way, Matt Eberflus, who has taken over the last 2 weeks, it sucks. Mayfield was awesome last week against you. You just gave up 41 in 2.5 quarters this week. 34-0 at halftime. You're horrible. You're a defensive mastermind. You can't play defense, though. And I know you got guys going out. I know you lost Jalen Johnson in this game, Tyreek Stevenson. Like, I'm not saying it's easy, but, like, come on, man. Like, no resistance whatsoever. Oh, yeah, hey, you got 2 takeaways today. 2 interceptions off Blaine Gabbert after you're down 41-0. Congratulations. You didn't have a takeaway through 10.5 quarters. You got 2 off Blaine Gabbert. Think about that. They went to Blaine Gabbert midway through the 3rd quarter. That's how bad you're getting beat. This is the worst team in the NFL, man. You added, like, maybe we overrated the talent they added, but it's not like on paper this is the worst roster in the league. Arizona has a horrible roster. They just beat the Dallas Cowboys. They should have beat the Giants last week. Like, there are worse rosters on paper. You can't be this bad. And that's why you got to make a change at head coach. Flus ain't it, man. Look, nice guy. I'm not saying like the work ethic wasn't there, but it's not working. The hits principle is the shit principle. It's not good. Like, just get rid of it. Except Ryan Poles, you made a mistake, man. Get rid of him. It's not working. Getsy, he should go too, but if you want to keep him just because you need someone to call plays for 14 games, that's fine, and move on after the season. I don't really care, but you got to do something. You just cannot let this continue and say, it's a process. No one in the building's panicking. We heard that garbage this week with all the chaos with Allen Williams. No one's in the building's panicking? Then they're dumb as fuck because this team is not good. Like, it's just not a good team whatsoever. More ranting to come, more reaction from this one, and just big picture stuff in a second. But there is a positive in the world, and that's the Game Time app. You can get last-minute tickets. I mean, they might be paying you to go to Bears games soon. Kidding, that's not actually true, but you're going to be able to find cheap tickets with Game Time last minute as well. Buying tickets should not be stressful. It should not be a challenge. Game Time app makes it very easy. Go and download the app today. Search Game Time in your app store. Use the promo code BearsChat to get $20 off. Producer Rolly, last minute, went to go watch Drake May with a bunch of the guys in the office week 1 up in Charlotte, and he found a great deal, great prices. Got to evaluate 2 potential Bears quarterbacks. Who knows? Drake May and Spencer Rattler back in week 1. The Game Time app made it very easy for him. They show images of your exact vantage point of the seats that you're looking at in the stadium. Also, if you want to, if you're sick of sports, watching the Bears, concerts, theater, comedy shows, you can find tickets to anything with the Game Time app. So plug in that promo code BearsChat. After you download the Game Time app, you see it right there. Plug in the promo code. Going to get you $20 off your first big order right now. Download Game Time if you want to go watch the Cubbies, the Bulls here in a couple of months. Less than a month, actually, once the season gets underway. We got you covered. Game Time. Promo code BearsChat gets you $20 off. All right, let's continue with the madness here as we'll kind of just flash stats as we kind of go through this here. Again, DJ Moore, you got to catch the deep ball, man. I'm not going to make this loss about you, but, like, the quarterback's struggling enough as it is. Like, when the ball's there, you just got to catch it. Claypool, it's a one-on-one seam, go ball, hits you in the hands first, squeeze the pass, dude. Come on, man. Darnell Mooney, no catches today. Like, this is just ugly. I mean, this is just ugly across the board. And I asked this question after week 1. I think I'll ask it again here. What did the Bears do well? Seriously. If you take special teams out of it, the answer is virtually nothing. Roschon's been promising this year, but none of it's meaningful. I mean, he averaged almost 5 yards a carry here. Again, what did I say you needed to do? You needed to run your running backs. 15 carries for 69 yards. That's well over 4.5 yards per tote between Herbert and Roschon. Can't get them the ball, though. I get it. Once you're down big, you got to throw. I'm not going to rip Getsy too much for that specifically, but, like, why are you not getting those guys going earlier? You got a couple 5-6 yard chunks early on in the game, but then you just stopped. I just don't get it. It goes back, like, it's 3-pronged to me. The coaches don't know what the game plan's not good. The on-the-fly in-game coaching isn't good. The players aren't executing. Like, again, what are the Bears good at? Cairo Santos is good. So is Trenton Gill. And by the way, Trenton Gill, on the first punt of the game, drops a dime of a punt. Or no, it was the second punt of the game. And Jalen Jones whiffs the ball, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So even the just basic little stuff you can't do properly. It's just a disaster, man. It's an absolute disaster. And I don't know, big picture, like, how you fix it, but I know you got to do something now. Like, you got to fire Flus, man. Like, you just do. And it's not because I don't like the guy. It's not because I don't think he's a decent person. It's because you're 3-17 and you're getting blown out week in and week out. You're not competitive. You're just not. I mean, think about the hype we had coming into that Green Bay game in week 1. You got bulldozed. You played slightly better against Tampa. Technically, you had the ball down 3 late with sort of a chance to win. You never felt like you were going to win that game, though. I think Tampa doubled you up on yardage. Today against the Chiefs, you want to read some numbers? Forget just the eye test part of it. Let's read some numbers, okay? First downs. Chiefs 31, Bears 11. A lot of those for the Bears in garbage time, by the way. It was 24-4 at one point. Third downs. Rolly, we talked about this all week. Producer Rolly and I. Bears have given up 55% third down conversions this year. You think, okay, that'll start to come down. Nope. 10 of 14 for the Chiefs today. That number's going up. Bears on offense on third downs, 4 of 12. So you got hammered in that area. The Chiefs ran 75 plays. You ran 51. Total yards, Chiefs 456. Bears 203. Yards per play, Chiefs 6.1. Bears 4. Passing yards, 303 to 87. Rushing, 153, 116. You sort of ran it okay. Fields ran for 47 yards. Sacks, Chiefs had 3. You had 0. This pass rush is atrocious. Let's see, what else we got here? Turnovers, 2-2, but again, it was 2-0 before Blaine Gabbert came in, so who cares? Jack Sanborn had a nice pick off Gabbert. Ngakoue hit Gabbert as he threw it. Congrats. The game's over at that point. Time of possession, 37-23 in favor of the Chiefs. Not only do you lose every category, you get smoked in all of them. All of them. Like, it's not even like you're not even competitive, dude. Like, I get it. Like, the Chiefs are the better team. My goal today was not to win. My goal was get to the fourth quarter with, like, if you play unreal and they make some mistakes, maybe you have a chance. Like, 2-possession game going into the fourth. Like, if this was 27-17 going into the fourth, I'd be like, damn, okay, like, a lot of distractions this week, but they've played hard. They're competing. It's just not even close. It is not even close. These numbers are off, by the way. It's all good. We're having some technical issues, but again, total yards, Chiefs 456, Bears 203. First downs, 31-11 for the Chiefs. Third downs, Chiefs were 10 of 14, Bears were 4 of 12. Penalties, let's see what the penalties. I didn't look at that one. Bears had 6 penalties, 32 yards. Chiefs only had 3 for 15. TOP 37-23. Not close. Not close. You got smoked in every possible way, and now you wonder what's next. Do you bench or trade Justin Fields? Does anybody want him? Do you fire Matt Eberflus? I don't know what you do. I'd fire Flus. That'd be the first move I would make, but just, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. I'm at a loss of words. I really am. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to be here all season long. News, rumors. We'll take a look at some Matt Eberflus replacements probably tomorrow. Mock draft season's probably here. It's bad, man. Carolina lost. That's a bonus. You may have the top 2 picks. It's actually possible, believe it or not. It stinks. I also want you guys to weigh in on this. Just what's your one-word reaction to this? Not even just the loss, but just where the Bears are at. What's your one-word reaction? Let me know in the comments as you guys hopefully subscribe. It's free. We'll be here all season. I know it sucks, but the support's awesome. One-word reaction to the Bears' loss, 41-10 to the Chiefs. Just bad, man. Bear down. Wes Prohl, who has a better career, Justin or Mitch? Currently or forever? I don't know. Neither's had a good career up to this point. I think Fields clearly has more raw talent, but it hasn't been brought to fruition. I don't know, man. I don't know what you do. Travis Taylor, 199. Appreciate the super. Oh, I got to take a shot for that 10. Appreciate it, Travis, or the last guy, Wes, I believe it was. $10 shots. Cheers. Oh, first timer for Travis. He'll do some jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Appreciate it, Trav. Keem, keeping head coach and OC is definition of insanity. It is. It absolutely is. Trying to see if there's any quotes yet from Flus. I'll keep you guys posted. Travis, would Lovey be worse? Can't be worse. I don't think Lovey's a good head coach at this point, but can't be worse, right? You're a joke. You're the worst team in the NFL. Flus spoke 10 minutes ago, so I'm going to see if I can find any quotes. Jagar, if the draft were tomorrow and we're at 1, who's the pick? If you have the first pick, it's Caleb Williams. Like, even if you're a Fields believer, you just take Williams, you trade Fields. I like Justin. I want it to work out, but, like, it's just not working, man. But is this team giving you anything that we won't be picking at 1? Not right now. You're the worst team in the league, so that's the one silver lining. You might have the number 1 pick. Brian Duffy, grow the man. I don't know what you mean by that, but yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. James Graver, what a mess. Coaches got to go. I agree. Got to make a change. Got to make a change. It sucks. Mrs. Keem, Mrs. Keem, nice. In my vows to Keem78, I promise to console him whenever the Bears lost, but damn, this is getting ridiculous. Polls, do something. Yeah, man, it's I don't know how not a single Bears reporter has tweeted I can't find a single quote. This is ridiculous, man. If anyone knows what Flu said, let me know. Jaden Ortiz with the 5. Danny Dimes got 5 years, and y'all want to punt on Fields after 3 with shitty-ass teams and stuff. But, yeah, draft another QB. They'll fix us surely. Look, I like Justin. I think he's talented. But do the Giants feel great about that Daniel Jones situation, Rolly? I mean, for real. Like,
I think they're wishing they didn't give him that contract.
Yeah, like, Daniel Jones is he's a starter in this league. He's a top 20 quarterback probably. Is he worth $160 million though? Like, you'd rather not pay the good guy great money and try with someone else. That's the lesson learned there. Maybe Daniel Jones ends up being awesome. I hope for the Giants he does. But like you don't do that. You don't do that. Zane Gray, Matt Eberflus. Yep. 17 losses in 20 games. And think about the wins he has too, right? 49ers week 1 last year. We could all see that coming. Torrential downpour, Trey Lance's first start. Trey Lance is unplayable. So, okay, cool. You got crazy-ass weather and you beat Trey Lance in his first real start. Okay, that's one. Texans week 3 last year. You barely beat them, and you and them were the 2 worst teams in football. You beat them by 3 points. Cool. That's 2 of his wins. And then the Patriots on Monday night, that's easily the best this team has played under Flus. Feels like a fluke, though. Let's be honest. That was a fluke. Those are your 3 wins. You've not won since. You've lost 13 in a row. It's insane to keep rolling with this staff. Black Wampus and Hoth. $2 super chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoying all the first timers today. Thank you. Pimp Daddy West. Cox. Yeah, dude, it's just wow. J-Man, does Kevin Warren have the ability to fire Flus, or can only Poles do that? Actually, it's a good question. I don't know. But I don't know whose final call. I think Kevin Warren probably has final call, but that would definitely be a collaborative decision, I would think. But here's my question. What is Kevin Warren's evaluation of Ryan Poles at this point? I don't know. I'm not in the brain of Kevin Warren. You can't think this product is good, though. Like, it's not even like, here's the thing. Like, last year, you understood, but you were actually competitive last year. Like, okay, like, we're playing hard, we're competing. We just don't have the dudes yet. Okay, you go get some dudes. I don't think this roster is, maybe it's not as good as we thought it could be, but it's a clearly better roster than last year. You're playing worse. You're less competitive. So, doesn't that fall on coaching? Like, if you're worse with better talent, that has to fall on coaching. It just does. Gabriel, this is a clown show. Agreed. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll put one in. You want to answer a couple here, Rolly, while I do that?
Tito with a $2 super chat. I swear if I hear Flu say we did some good things. I don't think you could even say he did one good thing today.
He's a fucking moron if he says that.
I don't really think there's any way he says something like that. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. He'd be all-time tone deaf if he said that.
J-Man, other than Ben Johnson or Kellen Moore, who is an OC for head coach?
I mean, Kellen Moore, like.
Kellen Moore would stink.
Yeah, like. The Kellen Moore thing, like, he has a fun offense, but it's like, I don't know about that. I'm not there. I feel like that ship is kind of past it. Like, he'll get a chance probably at some point, but like, I'm at the point, Rolly, where, like, I like Ben Johnson a lot, but, like, do you want to hire a guy who hasn't done it at this point? Like, now, on the flip side, you look at, like, the Sean Payton thing. Yeah. Denver's a mess. Like, on paper, that made sense. You're like, okay, this guy's won a Super Bowl. He's got a fun offense. But, like, I just – this will make you question everything. Like,
but, like, the only reason I could be in on Ben Johnson is
I like Ben Johnson a lot.
A young offensive coordinator to bring in –
who's actually called plays.
With a young quarterback that you're potentially drafting, where that guy can tailor the offense around the quarterback he scouted. I feel like it would be...
If you're hiring a coordinator who hasn't been a head coach, he's number one on my list. I mean, him and Harbaugh are probably my top two. Those would be the two.
Harbaugh? I don't know if I can get in on Harbaugh.
Played for the Bears. Went to a Super Bowl. I mean... There's rumors he was interested last time, but he wanted crazy money, and they were like, no. I don't know. Black Wampus will also ruin the top two picks. You feel that's where it's gotten to. You just assume that anything you do is not going to work because it's not. Nothing's working. Defense sucks. Offense sucks. QB, not good. Ugh, it's not good. T-Main, what is it about this organization? Why are we always so far behind? We're the only team not even competing. That's the thing, too. Like, yeah, the Broncos, that was bad today. But they were competitive the first 2 weeks. Like, if you want to call the Bears competitive against Tampa, okay, fine. You kind of got your ass kicked. You were lucky to be in that game. Joey, first-time super chatter. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gimp show. Oh, well, let me read it first. Fields is not him. Moore is dropping passes. Marvin Harrison and Caleb. Shit would be good. Thoughts on Brisker, rising star, in my opinion. I mean, did Brisker do anything today? I saw he get banged up again. Like, I like Brisker, but, like, I'm tired. I'll say this. I'm tired of the talk. He liked the tweet where Stephen A. Smith called the Bears trash, and he said, yeah, that's just motivation. We're going to turn this around soon. No, you're not. Like, I appreciate confidence, but it's like, just shut the fuck up and go play. I'm not trying to come after Brisker, but, like, come on, man. Like, Tremaine Edmonds is flexing on the field in week 1 after he makes a tackle for loss when you're down 17 to your rival Packers. It's a lack of awareness. You don't have the right to talk. You don't have the right to flex. You have to earn that. You've lost 13 in a row, dude. It's bad. I like Brisker. I think he'll be a good player, but I don't know, man. I just at some point you got to do something worth the fuck. Gimp show again. Fields is not good. Maybe he does a Terrell Pryor, comes a slot receiver in the NFL because he's not a QB. I'd like to see him with a different team, different franchise, but who knows if that'll happen. I don't know what's next for him. Justin Sinft. Who do you think is best Bears coach in recent memory? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you consider Lovie Smith recent, easily him. He went to a Super Bowl, had a well above 500 record. The sad thing is since him, it's easily Nagy. Think about that. Mark Trestman, horrible. John Fox, he couldn't believe he got a head coaching job for a third time. He didn't give a shit. Trestman, come on, horrible. I don't know if I said Trestman twice or not.
Yeah, you did.
And now Flus is somehow the worst. Worst record of any coach in franchise history. It's Lovey if you go back that far. Since then, it's Nagy, believe it or not. Should the Bears fire Matt Eberflus? Let us know. Let us know. Yo. All right, Rolly, catch us up on a few supers. I really got to pee. Y'all can play the game as well. It's how about this? Since it's post game, we'll do every 5. Every 5 while I'm gone. Rolly will get some shout outs on this. I'll be back.
Yeah, so Cave Rambo Fishing with a $2 super chat. Feel bad for DJ Moore and Mooney. Justin Fields can't see shit. Hashtag Bajan. I just think everybody's the issue. Like, there was numerous occasions where, like, Fox showed the wide receivers running the routes, and they were all covered. They weren't open. Now, also, DJ Moore literally dropped a perfect throw from Fields 45 yards downfield. Dropped it. Darnell Mooney stinks. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like you could say it's all Justin Fields. At least today, it was not all Justin Fields. The entire team stunk. That's the issue. That's the issue. So if you don't know what the game is, which he mentioned, it was every $10 usually, Harrison is gone. He will take a shot of Fireball, but he said he is willing to move it down to 5. So starting right now, every $5 super chat while Harrison is gone equals a shot of Fireball. So it's up to you. The floor is yours, as I will. Let's give some shout outs for answering the question of if the Bears should fire Eberflus or not. Highland Castle Farm says yes. Bergie says yes. DJ Roosta says yes. Magic Red Rock says yes. DeAndre Talmadge says yes. Jugalos says yes. Shane Hansen says yes. Andrew says yes. Hendo says yes. Chi-Town Audit says yes. Josh says yeah. Haunting History says 100%. Retroactive, yes. Jason, Paul's World, John Wick. TJ, Mike M, Impale, Roger, all saying yes. Yes. Marco, the question I said was, should the Bears fire Matt Eberflus? Head coach, should he be goner? You guys can continue to answer this question. It's the most pressing question on Chicago Bears right now. Michael says yes. Georgia Rebel says yes. King Carl, I'm pretty sure he did. I'll ask him when he gets back. But I think he did. A lot of hell yeah. Brandon says hell yeah. Rob Henry says hell yes. Jose, Bears suck, says no. Bears suck keeps it. Bears suck wants to keep Eberflus. I'll tell you what, I don't think Eberflus is it. I do not think he is it, man. Doesn't have the juice. Daily basis. Ooh, excuse me. It's like watching the Bears this year. Woo. Coaching staff has absolutely failed to harness talent on this team. No doubt in my mind, Justin Fields would tear it up, or even just play significantly better on a team like the Niners. We would ruin Williams. So do you guys think like the Bears just will never be good again? Like, real question. Do you seriously think the Bears will never be good? Because you guys always joke about how we just ruin the next quarterback. Well, if you really think that, like, is it always going to be bad? Like, it's almost impossible for a team to always be bad. It really is almost impossible. Like, even think about some of the teams that are bad all the time. They have moments of being good. Like, the Lions made the playoffs with Stafford once. They're bad, though. They're bad. Think Browns, they made the playoffs and won a playoff game with Baker Mayfield. Brandon Hunt, you're a real one, man. You're a real one. Can I say something before Harrison gets back? All of you guys saying or talking about Bajan isn't going to change shit. Like, sure, it might be fun to see what he's got, but this team is not going to change because Tyson Bagent is playing quarterback. That's just the truth. So if people calling for Bagent, I don't understand it. I do think he should be the second quarterback, the active second guy, instead of Nathan Peterman, because Peterman stinks. But actually starting him, no. That's all you have.
Also, do you want to put an undrafted free agent rookie behind an offensive line that has 3 starters out? Like, is that a good idea? I don't know. Rolly's spitting facts. What you spitting over there, Rolly? Is that about the Bagent stuff?
Maybe the Bagent stuff. Maybe they were asking if we'd ever be good again. And I said, it's kind of well, no, because one super chat said we'd ruin Caleb Williams. And I said, you guys always say we would ruin the young quarterback. So my question is, do you guys actually think you'll never be good again? Because you guys are always confident whatever quarterback you take will stay.
Because you want that hope, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, Justin Fields at Ohio State was one of the most accurate quarterbacks, deep ball throwers, just confident players I can remember in college. And he's got none of that.
Yeah.
Like, he still throws a decent deep ball. Like, Moore's got to catch that one. But, like, it's just like he's lost all his confidence. Now, obviously, the NFL is a different game, and it's just harder, and sometimes guys don't pan out. But it's like, I was so convinced he was going to be good in the pros. And I do really wonder if someone else drafted him, if he would have been a lot better. I do. I just do. What's the damage for me?
Just 2 shots.
Couple shots.
2. Just 2.
I'm going to put a new poll question up for tomorrow's content, see what the people think. See what the people think. Be ready to vote on the poll. All right, here we go. I'm sending it. What video do you guys want tomorrow? Matt Eberflus replacements, 2024 Bears mock draft, or both?
Is that the morning video? Is that what you want to do? Or over?
Yeah, I think we'll probably do Flus replacements as the morning video, and then on live we'll talk mock. Do you guys want both tomorrow?
A lot of people want Eberflus.
It's Flus or both.
No, yeah, well.
I think what we do, Rolly, we do Flus replacements in the morning. We also talk about it again during live.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw a mock draft in there as well.
Like, Flus replacements Monday, or the morning video. News.
Definitely re-hit it during live.
News, rumors, but portion of the rumors could be Flus.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
By the way, I watched a little clip of Flus of, he basically said, we've played 3 games. If guys keep playing with the right effort and energy, we'll get this thing cracked. Like, I don't envy that press conference for him. I don't. I get it. But, like, part of me just wishes he'd be like, yeah, this is fucking embarrassing.
Right, yeah.
Like just give me a little something.
DCX Viper says Fields replacements video.
We already did that.
We already did that last week.
That'll probably be one we do again, though, in the future. You can go watch that, though.
Yeah.
We did a Fields replacements video. Side Cade McNown. Oh. Manuel says, if I donate 100, does that come with the Bear win next week? I can't guarantee that. I'd be moronic to guarantee that. They've lost 13 in a row, Manuel, but you do get a sticker on the Bears Now Helmet Hall of Fame. You got that going. There's our Super Chat menu. We're $20 away from 300. I'll tell you what. If we get to 300 in supers, I will do a beer bong. We're $20 away. If we get to 300, I'll do one. If someone sends in a 50, Rolly and I will race because we will have crossed 300, and Rolly will do the one for 50. So If you guys want to make that happen, we'll make that happen. Next week, we'll be talking Super Bowl if they win. No, we won't. Not on this show, we won't.
We will not be.
I promise you that will not happen.
Now, if we won today, maybe. But obviously, that did not happen.
Yeah. I'll just repeat this. And other sports books have the Broncos 3-point favorites, by the way, Rolly. The Denver Broncos are 0-3 and lost by 50 points today, gave up 70, and are 3-point favorites at Soldier Field next week. It's not even in Denver, and they're still favored. That's how bad the Bears are. That's how bad the Bears are. It's bad, man. It is really bad. P-Dog with the 2. We need to get Andrew Luck as head coach.
What?
I mean, by the way, did you see Andrew Luck the other night? Thursday?
Yeah,
that was pretty funny. Captain Luck.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good stuff. Andrew Luck is not involved in the game at all, guys. He's like
I'm actually convinced he doesn't like football.
He's like I don't think he cares. People were so convinced he was going to come back. Not only did he retire, he disappeared. That's like the first time. We saw him a couple years ago. Remember he was at the national title game and he looked like he weighed 150 pounds. It's like super skinny. I don't think he cares about football. I don't. Which, cool for him, man. That's pretty dope that you can just walk away like that. Dino Ress. It's a bloodbath, buddy. Here's the thing, though. Even when you think you know what's coming, it still ends up being worse. Somehow. That's how bad they are. Oh, we were partying. Dino, no solid or talented coaches will come to Chicago until ownership changes and a seasoned GM who is respected in league circles is in place. I hope that's not true, but I understand the pessimism.
You got to win today.
Travis Taylor. Let's go to the next one here, Rolly. Why the effery when we should have changed course? I don't know what you mean by that. Like coaches? I don't know what you're talking about there, Travis. Manuel with the 10.
First time
super chatter and a shot. You want to take this one, Rolly?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is a record for jumping jacks today. It's got to be over 100.
You've done, yeah.
I think I've done more than the Bears have today.
We got another one.
Sandy, could we see Flus on tomorrow? I'll give it 11% chance he's fired tomorrow.
11? It's actually kind of high.
Dude, you got to do something, man.
I think he should.
I think he should.
I just don't think
for the
it's
record,
gonna
I
happen.
do not think he will be fired. You just lost your DC. Like, you're going to lose your head coach in DC in a matter of days. I don't think it'll happen. But it's greater than 0%. It has to be. Like, there is no way Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren go to bed tonight without some sort of communication. There's just no way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lost my pen. Oh, Lordy. Travis, the overall play of this team is okay. Yeah, it's I mean, that's a nice way of putting it. We crossed 300, by the way, so I'll go ahead and take down a beer bong.
Oh, a little 20 from Mo Mizzle.
Oh, this is an interesting one. We need Harbaugh and Kaepernick, please. Kaepernick is QB, OC. I don't know what you're going for. Look, regardless of what your stance is on Kaepernick, and I do think he got a little screwed. I mean, the fact that the league paid him kind of proves that he got blackballed a bit. But regardless of what your stance is, he hasn't played in 7 years. Like, he's not playing. That's over with. Harbaugh, I'm in. He's quirky. He's weird. The guy wins, though. He's a winner. He's a winner. Yeah, the cap thing, again, regardless of what your stance is, I'm not going to get into a political discussion. That ship has sailed, though, fair or not. Like, that's done with. So, all right, Rolly, why don't you hop on and read this next one as I just hop in the little box up there as I take down this little beer bong here. Okay.
Haunting history. Fields completes 50% and rarely hits 200 yards. Why would you not want to see what happens with Bagent? He also doesn't hold on to the ball. Next Kurt Warner moment. Oh.
I mean, Fields hit 200 the first 2 weeks, but yeah, again, this isn't really, Rolly, to me, this isn't really a, like, Fields is the guy. This is more of just a, like, you really want to throw Bagent out there into this early in the year? Like,
just consider this. If the Bears go to Bagent, that's it. You can't go back to Fields.
Number one, it tanks Fields' trade value. To actually make that move hurts his trade value. Number two, there's no going back, which, look, if you're off the train, I can't blame you. Like, at this point, like, barring a miraculous rally of the second half of the year, like, he's not going to be here, so it's a moot point. But, like, at number three, and I said this earlier, you're down 3 starting offensive linemen. He's not mobile like Fields. He's a sneaky athlete, but, like, he's not escaping from some of these pressures like Fields does week in and week out. And the Kurt Warner thing, oh my goodness. Beckham. Boom. This is hilarious, Rolly. So, backstory here. My best friend, Bryson Beckham, whose wedding I'm in like 6-7 weeks, Austin's his younger brother, a.k.a. Smits. We talked about this earlier on our watch party. His dad is Rob, who was college really good buddies with my dad, fraternity brothers, the whole thing. Like, his wife, like, knows my mom. It's just this whole, like, super interconnected thing. They went to college together. Anyway, the dono is from Rob, Bryson and Austin's dad. Introduce him to Bears now. Can't get enough. Be honest. If the Bears hired you as GM right now, could you turn it around within the next season? Well, let me just first say, Rob, you guys are psychos for sending this, but we do appreciate it. It helps us out. Thank you guys so much. Can't wait to see y'all soon. 2, look, the Bears stink. I don't think they have people who know what they're doing. Could I fix it within a season? I don't know if anyone could fix it within a season.
I could.
Rolly's confident. He thinks he could.
I think I could.
I will say this, though, Rolly. It can't get much worse.
I'd get the crew in order.
I mean, they've lost 13 in a row. Like,
listen, I'm hitting on my draft picks. I would have taken Jalen Carter. Just, I want that on the record.
And for the record, I like Darnell Wright for the most part. Chris Jones owned him once, but yeah, it's tough. Smits, Rob, Bryson, whoever's watching, y'all are legends.
Who's on the helmet, though? Rob?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Austin, does your name go on the helmet, or Rob? I can put both y'all's names. Smits, text me. Text me what you want on the helmet sticker. $100. Bears now Helmet Hall of Fame, baby. Let's go.
Dave,
Let's go.
I don't know if it could be worse, man.
It could be Denver. Well, here's the flip side, though. You have 2 first-round picks. Does Denver have a first-round pick with the Russell Wilson trade?
No, because then they traded the one they had for Sean Payton.
I think the Broncos are a better team right now, but you could argue long-term they're in a bigger problem.
Could you imagine?
They have Russ's contract, and they don't have draft capital.
Trading a pick for a coach that stinks?
Yeah, it's tough.
Tough luck.
It's tough. I still think you're losing to Denver, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest.
I got the Broncos next week.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough. Rolly, be real with me. When you had that before kickoff moment, screw it, Bears win. Was that just to hype up the chat? Or did you actually feel something?
I did feel, I saw juice.
I'll be honest, I thought they would come out and at least compete. That did not happen.
I thought I saw juice.
What just happened? Dame to Toronto.
They just don't know.
Could you imagine if the last two notable superstars to demand out get sent to a different country? First, it was Kawhi Leonard.
In that same report, though, it said the only thing holding back the Raptors from going all in
is Dame
the
not
fact
wanting
that
to go
they
there.
actually believe Dame would request a trade if they traded for him.
Would he actually do that, though?
I do. I actually think he does. He does not want to live in
That
Toronto.
makes him look like the biggest bum of all time, though. You can't get traded and then be like, yeah, I still want to get traded to Miami. I'm not showing up. That's a bad look, man.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Toronto making these big money moves. I can't wait till the NBA expands. We can start sending players from Mexico.
Zane Gray. Can we draft Caleb Williams to be our head coach? Player coach. Can he do better than 3-17? If so, I'm in. If so, I'm in.
I think I could get 4 wins in 20 tries. I could go 4-16.
Dude, like, it's that bad.
Because, like, when you really think about it, how much of the coaching is coaching?
You would think you would luck into a 4th win, right?
Like, when you really think about it, I think coaching is more about, if the head coach is more about motivation and making sure everyone's on the same page. Your offense and defensive coordinator are the ones who actually get into the nitty-gritty of the scouting, the play calling, the schemes, stuff like that, right? At least that's how
Dude,
it is.
apparently Flus in postgame pointed out picking off Blaine Gabbert. Oh,
no.
God. Oh, my God, dude. He's just not a head coach, man. I'm sorry. And it sucks, man. Like, the guy grinded his whole career to get this opportunity, and he's just shit in the bed. But it's like, you got to just call it what it is. It's not good. By the way, obviously we'll answer Super Chats as long as you guys want, but we're just under $100 away from 500, Rolly. If we get to 500, a little beer bong race, you in?
A little beer bong race?
Beer bong race for the road? If we cross 500, we're less than 100 away. I'll tell you what, if someone sends at 100, you would get a Bears Now helmet sticker, and we do a beer bong race for the road. My buddy said Smits is going on that helmet. So,
Smits.
All right, Smits, here we go. Let's get you front and center. What a ledge. He's at the He's a Texas student right now. Big win over the Baylor Bears last night.
Oh, youngin.
Yeah, he's yeah, like I said, my buddy's my age. He's got a middle brother who's like 26, 27, and then the youngest one's 20. He's 21, I think. All right, Smits.
Oh, wait, hold on. So I know the Saints lost Derek Carr midway through the game, but the Packers did not have Christian Watson,
Aaron Jones.
Jair Alexander, Aaron Jones,
Or David Bakhtiari.
Bakhtiari, and Elton Jenkins.
See,
and they won.
It's a perfect example. Their coaching is so much better than the Bears, it's not even funny. Could you imagine if the Bears, granted, they've had some injuries, but like the Bears have a few guys down, they lose by 30. The Packers have a few guys down, they find a way to beat a team that might make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. The Chiefs are good, and the Saints aren't nearly as good as the Chiefs, but like it's so obvious who the better coached team is. Like it's not even a question. By the way, early votes in. I put it out on Twitter. Should the Bears fire Matt Eberflus? Oh, hold on. I got to read this quote from Flus. I'm not making excuses because we should be farther ahead, but we are playing together for the first time, practicing together for the first time. We're going to see it come together. What do you mean? You're 20 games in. Like, I get it. You have new players this year, but like, this isn't year one, dude. It's year two. Like, he just doesn't get it, man. I don't think it's one of two things, Rolly. His awareness or lack thereof is astounding, or he's just really grasping, trying to like.
Yeah, it could. I think it might be the grasping one.
Yeah. Look, I feel bad to a certain extent because last year he had no chance to win. This year, some early injuries, the DC thing, I get it, but like, dude, you can't be. It's not just your 0-3. You're an ugly 0-3. You got pounded at home by your arch rival, the Green Bay Packers. You got completely outplayed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. who are not considered a great team. They're off to a nice start, but still. And yeah, the Chiefs, probably best team in football, best quarterback, all that. The game was over before kickoff. Let's just be honest. Like, you're in over your head every week. You're 3-17. At some point, you are what your record is. You just are, man. 90% yes, 10% no, 89 votes in on my Twitter. At HGramNFL, go vote. Zane Gray, yeah, we already answered this one. Let's go to D. Wilk. We're now at less than $50 away from 500. If we get to 500, Rolly and I will do a beer bong race on the way out of here. D. Wilk, how long should we ride or die? I'll be here regardless, but watching the game hurts. I feel absolutely no passion out there. I think the guys play hard early on, but when you're down 20-0, 27, 34, 41, like at some point, like, I'm not saying the effort should stop, but like, Rolly, if I'm a professional athlete and I'm down 41-0, like, I'm playing a dangerous sport. I'm probably not going balls to the wall at that point. I'm just going to be honest. Like, maybe if you're Jalen Jones and you're a backup and you're getting in there, sure, but like, I mean, if you're DJ Moore, and granted, he got a touchdown late, so maybe he was, but like, are you playing your ass off down 41-0? I don't know. Yannick Ngakoue, are you going balls to the wall down 41-0?
So it is a different sport, right?
Shot clock, got to get a super chat to extend.
Because there is a lot of contact. But like, I just know I played basketball a lot, and like no matter what the score is, I was always playing my hardest. That's actually not.
It's not. Well, and here's the thing too. Like, I don't think it's comparable when you're talking about like amateur sports versus pro athletes. And look, they should play hard. They're making millions of dollars. But like, I just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, effort, maybe it could be better, but like, is more effort making a difference today? That's really the point I'm trying to get to. Like, you didn't lose 41-10 and get down 41-0 because the effort's questionable.
You just because you're bad.
You just stink. Like, you're not good. Like, Tremaine Edmonds missed a couple tackles in the first half. I don't think it was an effort problem. He just didn't tackle.
I actually think Tremaine Edmonds gives very good effort.
Yeah. If anything, sometimes he over pursues. So, did Mooney have no catches? Again, yep, no catches. 35 seconds.
He's bad.
We're less than 50 away from 500, but if you guys don't want to extend the post-game show, we can call it a day. We can call it a day. Let's see here. Yeah, Darnell Mooney, no catches on one target. Ugly. Come on, Harrison. It was the lack of screen game execution that caused this, or is that probably what Getsy thinks? Oh, right at the buzzer, we get one. D. Wilk. Which is worse, the play or the coaching? Let's go a minute this time, Rolly. Just 5. Got to trim it to a minute. If you guys want to extend, 1 minute on the shot clock. Otherwise, we're getting out of here. I mean, it's all bad, right? The problem is you can't fire players in the middle of the season. I mean, you can cut guys, but like, what you can do is fire coaches, though. Coach JB. Red Rifle isn't giving Bryce back his job. Yeah, I'm sure Carolina is going to play Andy Dalton the rest of the season over Bryce Young.
That's outrageous. That's an
and I like Andy
trade.
Dalton, and I thought he played well for the Saints last year, but like, that's just not understanding what they're doing. They drafted a quarterback number 1 and named him the starter. They're not benching him.
All right, so
20 seconds. If we don't get a super chat, we got to get out of here.
what I do think is very funny is talk about the Taylor Swift situation. ESPN on Instagram posted about Taylor Swift
10 seconds.
7 times, which is more than every other NFL game combined.
That's a bit much.
7.
And I was entertained by it, but that's a bit much.
7 Taylor Swift IG posts.
That's
I'm looking at their
hits, baby.
Their last grid of 12. So 7 out of 12 were Taylor Swift. The other 5 were Sauce Gardner, Mike McDaniel, Dolphins, Sean Payton.
Dolphins scored 70 points and they only get 1. It's kind of tough.
Technically 2.
Yeah, I guess the Sean Payton one. All right, clock is out. We'll make sure none came in late. Then we're getting out of here. Oh, I guess I got to take a... D-Wilk sent in a 10, so I got to take that shot. Someone sneaks one in before I finish this, then we'll extend. Otherwise, we're done. Cheers. All right. Well, what's there left to say? Bears 0-3.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, that is what's next to say. We'll see you tomorrow. Probably Matt Eberflus replacements first thing in the morning, so be on the lookout for that, 9, 10 a.m. Zane Gray, $2. I think we'll flash that and sign off with him. He says, thanks for everything, signing off. We're going to sign off too. Zane, you get the final word. Appreciate it. Bear down, bear up. Who knows? None of it's working. 0-3. Can they beat the 0-3 Broncos? We'll find out in a week. Videos tomorrow. See ya.